Every year, Grace Church has a family meeting.
It's a chance for us to reflect on what God has done and is going to do in the coming year.
This year, we want to change things up a bit with a vision campaign.
We want it to be crystal clear where God is leading us as a church, and we want every person who's a part of Grace
To be able to understand and get involved.
Grace Church envisions making disciples who become equipped to make disciples.
A community growing in membership, maturity, and influence in the coming generation.
Grace Church exists to draw people closer to the fullness of their call in Jesus
By creating ministry settings for these 5 primary purposes.
To invite people to see Jesus as Lord, that they may bow to worship Him.
to integrate people into our family through vibrant fellowship opportunities,
To instruct them to be imitators of Christ through thoughtful discipleship.
To incorporate each with their unique spiritual gifts to the body.
to influence Highlands County with the gospel through intentional outreach and evangelism.
Last week we focused on our vision for worship, and we asked you to consider who you can start to invite to be a part of our Sunday morning worship services.
We want to expand on this, and we want to share a vision for evangelism.
When Jesus gave the disciples the Great Commission, He gave them a checklist for how to grow the church by introducing more people to the good news or the gospel.
He said, "Go therefore and make disciples, baptizing them in the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, and in the name of the Holy Spirit."
Teaching them all things that I have commanded you.
Within that simple command, we see 2 ing verbs, baptizing and teaching.
For as long as we can remember, we've stressed the importance of making disciples. It's in our vision statement as the reason we exist.
Grace has always been a place that is laser focused on making disciples who make disciples. It's in our DNA.
As we looked to cast vision and talked about how we can take the next step to becoming an even healthier church, we realized that it's been a while since we've seen a lot of new believers become a part of the Grace family.
What we've decided to do is to build into this campaign a heavy emphasis on evangelism, which brings about the baptizing part of the Great Commission.
We want to see God move in our midst and make 52 new disciples for Jesus in the next 12 months.
We're asking for you, the people of Grace, to take a part in achieving this goal in 2 ways.
The first way we already discussed last week. We'd like every person at Grace Church to take every opportunity they have to invite friends and family to be part of the Sunday morning worship.
Our team is committed to adding an opportunity for response to the gospel during every service.
Second of all, we want to see no less than 52 people from Grace Church commit to praying every day for an opportunity to share the gospel with someone they know by name.
This goal can only be reached if God's people take seriously the call to do the work of an evangelist.
We know that the fields are ripe for the harvest. Pray that God continues to spread in our midst an unmistakable zeal to see the lost sheep of Sebring found by the Good Shepherd.